Hey guys and girls, this is Gordon Overkill with a new episode of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead with myself in the post-apocalyptic zombie-infested world. Sorry. Sadly, I made a big mistake. I lost the audio file of this episode that you're currently watching. Or to be precise, I forgot to plug in my microphone, which kind of sucks. So I have to record a new audio file while I rewatch this episode right now. I'm not so good at that, but I'll try to make it as good as possible. So, for the beginning, the first thing I did was I equipped our nightstick in order of these iron lockers. Because I got an amazing tip on the forum that we could make kind of a crowbar out of it. That should hopefully be able to help us with closed doors and closed windows with a little noise, but by far not as noisy as what we did so far in this run. So we smashed the locker and found out it gave us quite a bit of scrap metal and iron bars and a pipe and whatever, all the things we needed. And those were directly crafted into a makeshift crowbar. That's the first. Using a rock as an improvised hammer and making a crowbar out of the pipe by hammering the ends of it. So the crowbar is done. And next I also made a couple of improvised pick locks. Those would enable us to open doors with even less noise, but I could imagine that it's not that easy since Gordon Overkill is not at all trained at it. By the way, I don't have the slightest clue why the inventory monitor is always blinking like it's doing right now. Maybe I could change the settings somehow so that it doesn't. Apart from that, I hope that you can stand it. So I really hope that nobody has got any sickness that would cause him to get problems when he watches this with the staccato light, but can't change it at the moment. So now the stuff is built. Take a look out of the door. It is still, as you can see, daylight outside, but I think it won't be for long. Since... oh yeah, I dropped the empty cans over there in order to probably use them later to fill them with water. But what you can see at the moment here, what I'm showing is that the character is already tired, that it's already quite late, like you can see here. So the next thing to do is to get our first night over. And that means practically to put on some warm clothes. And the problem at the moment, as you can see, is that the head and what was it else? I think the hands are not covered by the clothes that we possess. I do not know what I'm doing there. Ah, I remember. From building this crowbar and picks, our construction level raised to level 1. And thus I was wondering if I was already able to create a needle or something like a sewing set. But I skipped through the whole list and I could sadly not find anything like that. Maybe it's just because of my limited knowledge of the English language, but I was sadly not able to find anything. So I decided later to train my survival skill to level 1 as well, and then see if that maybe does. Yeah, makeshift funnel was one that I didn't know at all. I thought maybe that's something like a sewing set. Don't know. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Would be awesome. Definitely very much appreciated. So, but so much for that. I think what might be next? Sooner or later, Gordon Overkill should get to that square over there and get himself a blanket to sleep. As you can see, oh, he drank something first, he is slaked at the moment, and now he gets himself that blanket. So I hope with the blanket overthrown, it should be able to he should be able to sleep on the ground. And do something else? Ah, yeah, I think I want to get him full also. Yeah, he ate something. The meat, but once again he had not been able to finish it all, so maybe the next time he cooks meat he should make sure to eat it when he gets really actually hungry and not at normal status. So that's what he does, and next he lies down right next to the computer and starts to sleep a little. Oh, does he? Maybe not yet. Come on, Gordon, what are you waiting for? You're tired, don't you see that? You're slaked and full, so no need to worry about that. Time for a relaxing night. You know you're sick, you have to sleep. Ah, he forgot the blanket, I guess. And now he has got it, and for some wicked reason he lies down right next to the computer, because maybe he's afraid in the dark, who knows. However, he is now at comfortable temperature, tendency rising, and he falls asleep. Wonderful. So let's see if there is a relaxed night ahead of him. That will surely be good for his health. You feel your mouth getting chilly? Yeah, his mouth. But why? What can you do to prevent your mouth from getting chilly? Eat a pullover or something like that. Ah, yeah, I remember. I think I was afraid that the game could crash at that moment because my computer had a little lag, but luckily it did not do. I don't know what I would do if I would lose the game due to a crash. I don't know if it has any kind of backup mechanism, but I just hope it won't happen. However, as you can see, all the night Gordon Overkill coughs loudly, and suddenly he's woken up by the noise. And I guess it's the noise of his own coughing that wakes him up. And that's kind of a problem. You see, he's still tired. He just slept for a couple of minutes. However, I think that he decided he should get a little more tired, so he picks up a book before he continues sleeping. And the book that he picks up is the beauty magazine, because he wants to train his skills in which was it? I couldn't read it because of the blinking. Damn. I think it's the skill, I can't remember the name, it's the skill you need in order to craft clothes or repair them or modify them. With a needle that he hopefully soon is gonna get. So, he starts reading in this book, training his tailoring, that was it, yes, his tailoring skill, excellent. And on the way, continues to cough noisily. Oh, it's really noisy. It's always 24 sound level. That's an actual problem. That maybe that's the reason why he had so many problems with hunting, because he just couldn't stealthily sneak towards his prey. They were very likely how do you say, chased away, and they fled when they heard him coughing. Anyway, his nightly reading seems to be quite successful. Already learned 76% of the way up to tailoring 1. What now happened? Yeah, I wondered if or if not I should stop reading, because he suddenly got hungry and also very thirsty. but not very tired. Oh, but now he's dead tired, but he's also almost done with this book. So I was wondering again, should I stop? And I decided, yes, I should. Drop the book. And suddenly I found out, holy cow, he's got nothing to eat left. Well, guess it's his own mistake, because he ate this piece of flesh when he was not yet hungry. He will learn from it for the future. However, at least he had enough water to satiate his thirst. And I thought hopefully that should be enough. I don't know what I was doing right now. Looking at several things. Not really changing anything, or was I? You can't eat your makeshift crowbar, okay. I guess that was a misclick. No, I took some additional medication because once again his symptoms of his illness got worse. And now he directly gets in front of the computer in order to sleep. Maybe that's the problem, why he had some problems to stay asleep. So again, he coughs noisily while trying to sleep and being dead tired and hungry and very cold. You're woken up by the noise. Damn. That's the problem. We're almost 1/3 through the night. We're dead tired and it seems that we're not able to sleep. At least I hope that a person cannot go insane by being unable to sleep for a too long while just because of coughing too loudly. If he is extremely tired, I hope that somehow he will sleep through. Now, next thing I do is I go into the cellar in order to hope that I can sleep better down there, because I hope it's maybe a little warmer. But you see, he's still very cold, exclamation mark, which seems to be a serious case. I think the main reason being his mouth and his hands not being protected from cold, and apparently that's the problem. Once again, after a short time, he's woken up by the noise. There was maybe an hour of sleep. He definitely did not fall deep into sleep, so he's still dead thirsty, and again he's hungry, thirsty, dead tired. That's what I meant. And I found out, okay, seems that the night is already over. Day 2 has started, and as you could see, it's raining outside. Perfect weather for a sick character. However, as I found out during the night, there was not much left to eat. While slowly but surely, Gordon Overkill became hungry again. So, however, by any means, he should get out and do something against his hunger. The cold face should not be a problem, because if he is on his feet again and hunting and doing stuff, I hope that soon he will not be cold anymore. But this illness, that is so much going on my nerves, you cannot believe it. So here he goes. Very likely he won't be able to make fire either. But therefore, there's a weasel in there. He wants to check if he can hunt this weasel, or maybe something else. A deer mouse is also around. The problem might be that he's still coughing noisily, so maybe he will let his enemies know that he's coming long time before he reaches them. Here, the mouse is spotted. Safe mode is on. Yeah, let us try to finish off that mouse. Where is it? I guess the mouse is a worthy opponent. Here it comes, the deer mouse. Just imagine you are wandering through a zombie infested end time world, and you say to yourself, oh, I'm not yet strong enough to fight these zombies. Let's rather kill the mouse at first for training. Well, and at that moment I get a little desperate, and I see that there is a dog chasing us, and so Gordon Overkill decides, hope that you people who like dogs will forgive him. He decides to kill the dog and try to butcher it. Actually, he's not successful at butchering, or he does not even get the chance, so he's just killed a peaceful dog, which is kind of a shame. However, since there is also a rattlesnake near, might be a good idea to also kill that snake. Throw 2 rocks at it, 3 rocks. Seems that it doesn't know where the stones are coming from. And 5 rocks kill the rattlesnake from a safe distance. But clumsy butchering attempts, of course, fail once again. I do not know if I would have even cooked the rattlesnake, because there might be some kind of venom piece inside of it that surely kill us. But that's something. Strawberries. Strawberries should be very good against the hunger, and maybe even do something a little against the thirst. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to do. Uh-oh. There is another dog on the list, and I think the barbarian instincts inside Gordon Overkill are on the rise again. I'm hungry, I'm away from civilization. Maybe I could just kill this dog and eat it. And that's what he does. Again, throwing brutal rocks at the dog, and destroy his meat by clumsy butchering attempts. But that's a problem that he slowly but surely gets used to. He's just not that butcher type of guy who makes a steak or something out of every piece of dead meat in front of him. He has to kill big amounts of enemies for little success, which is not good for nature and wildlife in general, but at least it's good for him. By the way, for some reason that apple that he wanted to harvest from the tree just disappeared. There was no message or anything like that, it was just gone when he tried to pick it. Not sure if that's a bug or if he just messed it up. But at that point I see survival has also reached level 1, which is kind of excellent. Of course, I don't know if that enables him to finally create a sewing kit, but what I do know is that now he will be able to craft himself a bow. But, well, that's going to happen later. Just by the way, some people complain that I always leave the cursor within the view field of the video. Now that I am redoing this audio, you have 2 cursors in the view field. Maybe it's better like this because it's a little symmetrical or something like that. I don't know. Otherwise, I just want to say sorry. Successful butchering attempt. I did not even pay attention. Whom did he kill? Oh my god, it was the cat. Oh, that was a truly painful one for myself, because I've got a cat myself. I love these animals. I think they are such good-hearted beasts. And Gordon Overkill, in his desperation, decided to kill and butcher a cat to cook its flesh and very likely eat it afterwards. And I said, oh my god, Gordon, if that weren't for this extreme situation, I would hate you. What's that? A coyote and some more pieces of vegetables, or rather fruits, I think. Apples are fruits, definitely. No doubt about that. But here, see that? Once again, successful butchering attempt by Gordon Overkill. It seems that all this practicing finally starts to pay off. And this time it was 3 pieces of meat, which is actually excellent. Because these apples are directly eaten again. I hope that such a fresh, delicious apple will also be good for the moral, give him a little more will and endurance to carry on with his lonely fight against a hostile environment. However, now he's got 4 pieces of meat in his inventory, so he decided to return to his shelter and hope that soon it will stop raining so he can cook the meat. Oh, there's a zombie to be seen. So at least one zombie gets into range of sight during this episode. Even if we do not fight it, you are reminded that this is a zombie apocalypse game by the sight of this zombie from very, very far distance. Anyway, here he is. The day is more or less half over. He has Gordon Overkill has gotten everything he wanted in terms of meat. What does he do now? Ah yeah, he drops the meat close to the door, if I'm correct. Does he do that? Do you drop the meat close to the door? Yes, that's what he does. Because there he wants to pick it up as soon as it stops raining in order to make himself a delicious steak that will hopefully keep him satiated for a while. Apart from that, he just drops the stuff he found. For example, the bones he puts on the same pile with the scrap metals and those kind of crafting materials. And because he is cold and not really in good shape, he decides to read a little further during the rest of this day. Also, he is still dead tired because he had almost no sleep during the whole night, so he decides he somehow has to waste this turn. He cannot go into town while hungry, thirsty and dead tired. That would be reckless, stupid. So, which book should he read? Better Up, Boxing Monthly, or maybe US Weekly? He decides to go for the in-fight skills from Boxing Monthly. And that's a long way to go. Of course, his sickness and everything also reduces focus, so he cannot learn all that quick. And you see, finally the rain became a thunderstorm. Thunder keeps striking, lightning striking down from the sky. It's cold and rainy, and our character is already sick. Bad condition to get healthy again. You see, he's sitting inside and continues to cough loudly. However, now he has finished learning unarmed combat to level 1, which might become handy. Who knows, maybe in an important situation he gets lost of his weapon and he has to fight a zombie anyway. Then he will be very happy about having read this book and having trained his skill. However, I think at this moment there is not so much more that he could do. What does he do? He drops his boxing manual, his book that he has just read, and I try to meditate a little about the development of this day, that he did not do very much except of hunting. But still, it's cold and rainy outside, so I save the game and decide to call it a day. In the next episode, I really hope that he will be able to cook the meat so it stops raining, And I also hope that he somehow will be able to get some sleep in the next night. I decided to maybe wear these arm sleeves in order to keep his hands warm, but I do not know what I can do about his mouth, which froze so badly during the last night. If you guys have any good idea, let me know. I definitely could need some advice at this point. Apart from that, let me just say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series, although I have to do this post commentary. And hope to see you again for the next episode. Bye everybody.